Good morning. Thank you so much for coming for the seminar. This is how to excel at business relationships. My name is Dr. Jacinta Mariah, and a little bit about myself. I am an author, a published author of 3 books. I'm a professional speaker, and I am a counselor. And in my counseling business, I focus partly on administering seminars and workshops on self-empowerment and emotional freedom. I also have an MBA, so I also focus on how to excel at business relationships and communications. So thank you all so much for coming today. I'm really, really excited. I hope I can cover everything that I intended to cover. Now, as you can all tell, the economy today is so not a very, very easy place to be. So it takes more than being good, it takes more than being great. It takes one to be extraordinary in order to excel in this business relation, in the business. Because there is no more businesses that are niche markets. We all have to extend and stretch ourselves. Because every product that we produce, because of the internet, there are people out there producing the same product and service. Now, before I dig deep and go into business relationships, as you can tell, my accent is from a different area code. So if there is anything that you don't understand, please let me know, and I'll be more than happy to explain or spell out the word. You know, Sam Walton, the founder of Walmart, once said that there is only one boss for any business, and that boss is a customer. And he or she has the power to take away your business. She has the power to fire the boss, to fire the janitor, to fire the CEO. And you know how? By taking his money somewhere else. So we all have to remember that all the time, that we have to continuously expand and excel at what we do in order to retain our customers. Now, can anyone tell me what you think are the 2 most important ingredients of any business relationship?
Step into your power, rock your natural gifts. And our third class is successfully managing and sustaining business relationships. That's some breakout room number 1. Please make your way over to one of those class and enjoy.
Sorry about that. So the 2 most important ingredients of succeeding in any business relationship are communication and trust. Communication, to me, is the glue that binds relationships together. And trust is the temperature that holds that group. So it doesn't matter what you do, whether you're a speaker, whether you're an artist, whether you're a janitor, whether you're a God harder, we all have to know how to communicate efficiently and effectively. Because communication is not only about talking, it's also about listening. Listening to what the client wants, listening to what the customer wants. And communication can be broken down into verbal and print. So sometimes we forget that we have to be excellent all the way in the way we speak to our business partners, and in the communication, the writing, the text, the print, what we write to them. You know, there is a guy, he's a great author of the 1800s. William Morton is his name. He once said that it's not so much of his concern if he was addressing a crowd and people started looking at their watches. But it really concerns them when it really concerns him when the people start shaking their watches to see whether the time is still running. So it really shows that when you're communicating to your peers, when you're communicating to your partners, when you're communicating to your potential clients, you have to enlist their interest. If you don't enlist their interest, they ain't gonna listen to you. They are going to go somewhere else where with whom they'll be interested. And the other important point, like I said, was trust. That is being impeccable with your word. That is delivering exactly what you promised to deliver. And I have a very funny example. Does anyone of you here work for Time Warner Cable? Affiliate with Time Warner Cable? Well, I am affiliated with Time Warner Cable. I hire their services. And if you want to know everything that you shouldn't do in your business relationships, get affiliated with Time Warner Cable. Because you know what? They'll promise something else and they'll always deliver something else. They'll give you a different price, and every month they will change the price. So they will give they have a great product. I'm not disputing that, but they are very inconsistent with the way they deliver. So back to the point, the two most important ingredients of managing business relationships, according to Dr. Douglas Kelly of the Florida University, are communication, which includes print and personal, and listening, and trust, which means that we have to be impeccable with our words. We have to keep our word. Now we're going to dig deeper into the second part of the seminar, and I want to ask you a question that I will leave with you that you will have to ponder. What is the one thing, the biggest thing that you can do right now that will change your business relationships and grow your business to a higher level? I'll repeat the question. Can you think of one reason that you can do right now, one thing that you can do right now that will change, that will impact your business relationships and grow your business to a higher level? Now think about that as we go through the seminar, because it's a question that will help you to take notes as I go along. So, okay, I'm here saying, well, you have to be good at your communication, you have to excel at your business relationships. Now, I'm going to go into the steps that you can take one by one. They are simple, I'm sure you already know, but these are more organized that will help you have a structure of how you can manage your business relationships. The first step is becoming the authority of your craft. How do you become authority of your craft? How do you become an authority of your craft?
I've worked there for several years, and I just know the history and I know how to do things, and so I'm the one that people can come to when they've got questions.
Well, thank you so much. Absolutely. You've kind of like summarized everything I had to say. So I might as well go home now. How do you become an authority of your craft? Based on what you say, I'll break it down even more. The first most important point to become an authority of your craft is to evaluate your emotions. You could have the best product. You could have the best service. But if you're not emotionally stable, if you're not emotionally healthy, then you're not going to succeed in your business relationship, because you'll be snapping, you'll be angry, you're not even going to keep your word because you have emotional baggage, and it tends to lay us down. So the first step in becoming the authority of your craft is dealing with your emotions. Okay, so now you have your emotions healthy, you're emotionally healthy. The second step is to evaluate what if you're doing is your passion. Passion is the only fire that is going to help us all survive when the going gets tough. And I hope that the business you're doing today is not a family lineage, or it's not because your neighbor is doing it and they're earning money, or it's not because your father did it. No, it's because you really, really want to do it. That is the only way that you push yourself all the time to excel when times get hard. So the third step, after establishing whether this is what you really want to do, is to understand that you have to know your product, exactly what you say. So in my business, I use the 4 P's, and that is knowing your product in and out, the different weights, the different dimensions, the different packagings, knowing your product in and out. And the second P is the price of the product. Because how many times do people call you to ask about your product and you've forgotten the price of a different weight or dimension? So it's about knowing the product and knowing the price all the time. And then the third P is place. If you have outlets and you have affiliations, where do you place your product? Because sometimes you might not have a product, or people might be in a different area or in a different region or in a different country. It's always important to know which websites you're in, which place you're at, where exactly you deliver your product. And the third point is promotion, the third P. How do you promote your product? These are all the things that you do, that you have to have on your fingertips. And also communicate to your employees if you have any. And promotions also include the periodical giveaways that you have established, the discounts that you have established. So you have to have all those things on your fingertips. That is the only way that you become the authority of your craft. So to have a recoup, becoming authority of your craft, point number 1, cleanse your emotions and know that you're emotionally healthy to deal with your clients. Number 2, establish if this is your passion, because passion is the only fire that is going to drive you to succeed in a tough environment. I don't think if it wasn't for passion that I would be standing here right now. So it takes passion to survive through hard times. And the third point in becoming the authority of your product,